something that needs to be addressed. These are the sidewalks in Meditation B. And under the state codes and laws that are in effect, Perpetual Care cemetery, it states that if a road is paved, then it must be maintained. It's being paved. Same thing with the sidewalks. They need to be maintained. This is not maintained. When you think of having to come out here to the cemetery, it is the older people. You're not going to find a bunch of teenagers out here. It's going to be the older people that are out here. My mom's in her 80s. You know, it's scary to think about her walking in any kind of heel across this parking lot onto these types of sidewalks. It's dangerous. And it's not attractive. It's not well maintained. They have cleaned out the flower bed here in front of Meditation B, the Lord's Supper. Nothing's dead in here right now. But I certainly hope they find something pretty and easy to care for here. These are just different graves coming by. This is a problem. A lot of people don't realize how expensive headstones are, especially the bronze headstones with the granite underneath. I mean, people spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 and up on these stones, and if they're not put in correctly, they'll crack. These things like this is ridiculous. You can't even read this name. The bases to these are chained to the marker. It takes some effort to take it from the marker, but there's a lot missing. They can be folded up and put down in the marker when they're not in use, like this one should be. And this should be cleaned off. Out here, some of these gravestones are actually sitting on a subform of concrete so that they don't crack and shift with our dirt here, the way it cracks, this gumbo stuff we've got. If you don't do that, you get stuff like this. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me see. See how the stone is swayed? The base didn't fit in it right. It was not put in. Here's another one out there. If I can get that one. It's too much money to just throw away. Here's a nice headstone. Looks like there was maybe a vet headstone or something with it at one time. You knew. This is my father's grave. And I'm doing this for my dad. My dad and mom bought property out here in the early 60s because they're not from this area, but they love the people of this area, and they knew that they were going to stay here till they died. They bought out here because it was Perpetual Care. This is not what they were looking for, and I don't think it's what our neighbors were looking for. But it was the big sore finger sticking out on the day of my father's funeral and through those times. So, Dad, I hope that I'm doing something good for you and your final resting place, and all our, our citizens of Fort Lavaca. All of these people that taught me, people that I went to school with, people that I called Mom and Dad even when they weren't. A cemetery is a place to come and remember and feel good and celebrate the life, and a life well lived. It's not what we're getting here. I don't totally blame the current owner of the cemetery. I'm sure it was in bad shape prior to him. But that doesn't make it okay to leave it that way. And that doesn't make it okay not to address it. This is a fresh grave. Someone came and buried their relative here. Look at that grass. Look at this. They've plotted out a whole new sections back here. But you got to come through these sections to get there. Seriously, would you buy a plot? This is a shame. These concrete containers, there's some there. If we move over here, there's some more. Back there's some more. Find one place for them. Weed eat. And mow. This isn't mowed.